All right, let's look at how we can increase our marks in paper two. I'm looking at questions that really or sometimes disturb learners when they hear measurements. Remember, our measurements is in paper two, and when learners hear about measurements, they tend to get scared. So anyway, let's look at what we need to get these marks for measurements. Actually, the good thing with measurements, they usually give us formulas for measurements. So once you're given a formula, please analyze the formula that they want you to use and substitute in the correct values. So we're going to see the possible answers and how the question is marked. How do they actually, I want to look at those big mark questions. Questions with 8 marks, 5 marks, 11, how do they get to 11 marks? All right, I would like you to understand that we don't mark answers only, unless when you get your answer from a table, when you read it. All right, that's when we give you a mark for answers only. Anyway, let's look at this. This one's a simple one. Never leave 2 mark questions unanswered. Here they're asking us, give one reason why you think. Take note of that. Why you think. Such questions should not be left hanging. Why? They're telling us why. This is why you think. This has to be an independent answer from your thinking part of it. That means you think. The moment you entered the examination room, you have, you thought about it. So they're asking, give one reason, not more than one. Give one reason why the cylindrical pool is designed for small children. Cylindrical. In most cases, cylindrical, they are all flat. Actually, cylindrical pools, it's usually flat. Then another thing, when you look at the depth, look at this cylindrical depth here. The depth is 1 meter, yet its depth is 1,6. So this one is shallow. You understand? Compared to this one. This one's deeper. You understand? Another way of doing it, it's like even when the child tries to drown, you can easily pick them out of that swimming pool because it does not need you to be inside there. It's 1 meter, for God's sake. You can easily pick the child up. Why do you think cylindrical are designed for small children? So this is your thing. Any reason here, it's viable and it's right according, as long as you are referring to a swimming pool. You cannot start talking of how is it called? How many swimming pools you have? No. The reasoning has to be reasoning. So 2 marks, you can get that. Then explain the meaning of capacity. We want the meaning of capacity. Now, lucky enough, here they have not talked of in this context, but they are actually a capacity of a swimming pool. So remember capacity. Capacity in actual sense, we usually say capacity is how much quantity, a given object can hold. How much can it hold? So that's the capacity in general. Then what about the capacity of the swimming pool? Now for you, say it's capacity of the swimming. Now this one has changed a little bit. Why? They have specified the object. It's a swimming pool. Definitely a swimming pool cannot hold any other thing apart from water. So all we need to know is how much the capacity of a swimming pool is the quantity of water this swimming pool can hold. Why am I using swimming pool? Because the question the question talked of explain the meaning of capacity of a swimming pool. All right. Let's look at the second question. 4.2.3. Look at the mark. 8 marks. Another thing, we have formulas given to us. So for you to know, or for you to collect these marks, for you to collect the marks nicely, first and foremost, read the question. Calculate rounded to the nearest. So that means I need to round. That's a mark. This is an instruction. Rounded to the nearest liter. Okay, that's another mark. So then calculate rounded to the nearest. The difference. Oh, difference. Okay, I need to subtract. That's another mark. So difference in volumes of 2 swimming pools. Oh, 2 swimming pools. Oh, that means I need to get volume of one and the volume of the other. This is how the 8 marks are. But so far, you have checked these 2 marks. Out of 8, you have 2. So 6 are remaining. Yes, having seen that, you analyze what you will need particularly. Okay, if I'm to look for the volume, they have already told me, they have given the formula. So I have to know which volume goes where. Now, volume that has, the formula that has pi, sorry, the formula that has pi definitely goes hand in hand with the radius. Now I come to this swimming, even though you've not given me the diagrams, I will tell this is length, width, and depth. Yet here I have diameter and depth. Definitely this one here, it will need to use the first formula here. Why? It has radius, and radius goes hand in hand with diameter. Okay, I will say my volume of swimming pool 1, I'll call it V1, equals to pi r squared h. Now I start filling in. I start substituting. What is my pi? My pi is 30,142 times, oh man, I need radius. But in the question, they have given me diameter. So I ask myself, how will I get radius? Radius, I will have to take it to be 7. I'll divide it by 2. The answer becomes 3,5. Oh, now I have my radius. I bring the radius I've got, I put it where I see radius, so I square it, times height. But in this case, I don't have height. Why? I'm looking at the swimming pool. Swimming pool does not have the height, right? We don't say how high is your swimming pool. Rather, we say how deep is your swimming pool. So instead of the height, I'll put the D. D representing the depth. So now my depth here is 1 meter. I put that. I'm mere doing this. I've got a mark. Why? I have found the radius. That's a mark to me because it was not given to me. I found it. I qualified to get a mark. Number 2, I have substituted into the formula. So we have the 2 marks of analyzing. So okay, we've not yet got there, but I know these 2 marks. I have to look for them. Okay, so 2 marks so far here. I will continue. I will put this in my calculator to get the answer. Let's look at that. 3,142 times my 3,52 times 1. I will press equals. Please do not touch the calculator until you've written down or until you've substituted into the formula. So my volume 1 will equal to 38,49. Leave it like that. The units are meters cubed. This is my volume for 1. I believe I have 3 marks so far. So I continue. This is 1. It's done. I need volume of swimming pool 2. When I look at, because this is 1, swimming pool 1, swimming pool 2. When I look at swimming pool 2, I have the length, width, and depth. Definitely this one's rectangular. I've not seen any diameter. I've not seen any radius. So I would say L times W times D. Remember we're saying D because it's a swimming pool, and the D is representing depth. So I will substitute in. What is my length? 6,2 times, what's my width? 3,25. What is my depth? 1, please don't touch the calculator until you've got what? You've done this. You have substituted. Okay, we are looking for 8 marks. From there, I'll still get my calculator. I'll just press 6, 2 times 3,25 times 1,65. I will equate that. I'll change my answer in decimals, whereby I'm getting 33,25. Look at that. We have 33, we round off to 2 decimal places. So 33,25. Don't forget the units. These are still meters cubed. Mind you, the units have to be the same before you start calculating. Someone might ask us, what about the tiles? The tiles are not used in volume. We don't need them now. All right? Tiles are not a swimming pool. We are looking at swimming pools and we are looking at their volume, the space they have inside there. Okay, so we've got this. I believe you only get 1 mark because now you know how to substitute. Okay, so what's remaining? Subtraction. Volume, now here to be sincere, you have to take the bigger one minus the smaller one. So volume of swimming pool 1 minus volume of swimming pool 2. Here we go. We say 38,49 minus 33,25. So we get our answer here. We are getting our answer here as 38, let's see, 38,49 minus 33,25. What answer do we get? Don't give it, it's 5,2, 5,24. These are meters cubed. Remember the question wanted to round off to the nearest liter. These are meters cubed. And they have already told you here that if you only have 1 millimeter cubed, you have 1,000 liters. What do? We change this to liters. So the answer becomes multiply by 1,000. We say times 1,000 will equal to 5,000. 5,000. Unfortunately, there are no points. So it's coming, but these are liters. How do you get the 8 marks? You've got, these are already 3. Another one is here. Did you subtract? Yes. Did you round off? Yes. Converted to liters? Yes. The final answer. Let's see the marks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see the 8 marks. Please don't get scared. Even though you've stopped somewhere, we are looking for marks. Don't get scared. Number 1, write down the formula. Number 2, substitute. Before you substitute, make sure that all the units have the same units. Let's see how they marked it. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, indeed, 3 marks. Look at the mark. 1 for the radius. 2, correct substitution. Did you fill in the right number? Now, you see 7 divided by 2. Here, the person was analyzing the radius. That's why you get a mark. There's a mark there. Substitution. This is SF. It's substitution into the formula. Then, simplifying. After substituting in the formula, what answer did you get? What answer did you get? Here, these ones they didn't round off, but you see what we are looking at. Then they went ahead. You get a mark for substituting into the next formula. Correct values. Make sure the values are right. Where there's length, the length. Where it's width, width. Where there's depth, depth. That's another one. Then what answer do you get after substitute? Is it still correct? Then did you subtract? Volume 1 minus volume 2. Did you subtract? Did you get the right answer? You see that? Now the difference, then conversion. Conversion, what does it simply mean? Because you've been calculating in millimeters cubed, you need it to become liters. Did you convert? You get a mark for the answer. You see that? Other people were given marks like this. This one's still the same story. You still get the radius, substitution, conversion, simplification, the correct values, then did you subtract? Did you get the difference? You understand? Some people go, they multiply their 1,000. Okay, yeah, people changed the moment they go to this answer for meters cubed, they change to liters immediately. Then they went another one. But this one would be a little bit disturbing. Why? You're changing twice. We have 1,000 here, again another 1,000. But anyway, we are looking for marks. Do what you think is right. Don't leave questions unanswered because you've just seen it's 80 marks. Let's look at another question, which is question number 4.2. It's worth 11 marks. Actually, it's worth 13 marks. Okay, here we go. The total inner surface of the cylindrical pool will be tiled. Okay, it will be tiled. What does it mean? It's going to be covered in tiles. They're going to use tiles to cover the inner surface of the swimming pool. Which one? The cylindrical one. Then after that, they're saying an addition of 10% tiles were purchased. Meaning, on what they need to use, they will add 10% more. Why do we say more? Additional number of tiles. We need to bring in more. So they're asking you a question here. Okay, they've given you a formula that you will follow. They're asking you a question. Give one reason why additional tiles were purchased. This one I usually relate it to people who organize parties. You understand? If someone calls the organizer, you plan for 100 people, the organizer will put around, he will plan for 120 people. You know, for glasses, he will bring 120 plates, 120 chairs, 120, he puts 20 extra chairs. Why is it that way? To cater for what? For unforeseen circumstances. You understand? But when we come back to tiles here, to cater for breakage. To cater for breakage. If anything, if tiles break, or to cater for the cut, tiles sometimes on the floor, if they don't usually fit exactly, especially at the ends of the room. They need to cut the tiles. So to cut those tiles, that's why we need more tiles. Anyway, part B, this is where I'm interested because the formula is given. Please don't leave these questions. Give one reason why addition. Give any reason why you need more tiles. Don't leave it empty. These 2 marks we need them. Okay. When you look at part B, definitely we're going to use the formula. They are telling us you may use the following formula. You may use. Otherwise, you may use another formula. That's if you have any. But in most cases, use what is given to you, please. And the trick about the formula that's given to you, substitute correctly. So we have 3,142. I'm writing down the formula. Times the radius, I'll shorten it as r. I will open bracket, I'll open r, plus 2 times depth. Okay. So ask yourself, do you have your r? Remember the r that we get it from where? From the diameter. R will always equal to 7 divided by, R will always equal to diameter divided by 2. So in this case, our diameter is 7. So we have this much. These are meters. So my R is 3,5. Thank you very much. So what about my D? I'm saying my R is 3,5 meters. What about because I need the D here. The D, they have already told me it's what? 1 meter. Okay, I'm good to go. What do I do right? I rewrite the formula. Instead of having letters, now I'm replacing the letters with the numbers they want me to put. So it's 3,5, open brackets, 3,5 plus 2 times, what's our D? Our D was 1. And me are doing this, you have 1 mark in the pocket. Oh, sorry, you have 1 mark against you. All right? So we continue and we say, now, as soon as you do this, this is when you pick your calculator. Do not touch the calculator before you do this. Okay, 3,142. Okay. 3,142 times what? 3,52. 3,5, but it has to be squared. The formula says open brackets, the radius again inside, radius inside, plus 1. Please close brackets and you press equals. Don't get scared. Write the answer the way you see it there. But remember, we are rounding off to 2 decimal places, 2 numbers after the comma. So 1, comma. So I will have my answer as 173, comma, 20. These are meters squared. Put them aside. So you have got your answer. So you have your 2 marks. Okay, but we are not interested in this. What are we interested in? The question asks us, the tailor states that, so the tailor, the person who's going to tile, the tailor states that he requires more than 100 boxes of tiles to complete the tiling. How are we going to know about the boxes? We need to know the number of tiles. How do we get the number of tiles? Number of tiles will equal to the area to be covered, divided by area of only one tile. Now the area to be covered, it's this one here. The area to be covered, it's this one that we've just got. This is the area of the swimming pool that will be covered. So we need to know the area of one tile. But when you look at the measurements of the tile are in centimeters. They cannot divide the meters what? Squared. You either change the area of the swimming pool to centimeters squared, or we change the measurements of only one tile to meters. The easy one is to change the measurement of the tile to meters. How are we going to do this? We are changing centimeters to meters. Small to big, you divide. So what are we going to divide with? 100. So meaning our 20 centimeters, we are going to divide by 100, and the answer becomes 0,2. These have become meters. But then, when you look at the tile, it's 20 by 20. That means it's the area of the tile will equal to 0,2 times 0,2, which I believe is 0,2 times 0,2. It's 0,04. So only one tile has an area of 0,04 meters what? Squared. So let's go. Number of tiles now, we can easily get them. Let's substitute area to be covered. We saw it as 173,2 divided by the area of the tile that we just got, which is 0,04. Okay, 173,2 divided by 0,04. We end up having 4,330. These are tiles. Oh, wait, I didn't show you this. Let me use my calculator here to find out. I said we are looking at the area to be covered. The area to be covered, I'm doing this one here. Okay, I'm showing you how you do it on the calculator. Just get, it's 1. We can do this, it's fine. 173,2 divided by 0,04, press equals. This is the answer that we have. So these are tiles. But remember, the tiles are not bought one by one. They are bought in a box of 16. But before we look at 16, the person says an addition of 10% were purchased. How many? Let's look at that. 10%, that means the number of tiles is going to increase by 10, whereby we are going to multiply by 1,1. How do we get the 1,1? Before the increment, the tiles at 100%. I want to add 10% more. What do I get? This is 110. Remember, these are percentages. So simply meaning it's 110 divided by 100, which is 1,1. So multiply that, I'm increasing. So when I multiply by that, I'll end up having 4,763 tiles. So these are the ones that I'm going to pack in boxes. If each box carries 16, how many boxes do I need? I'll divide this by 16, divided by 16, divided by 16. I have 297,69. Remember, we are buying boxes. So since we are buying boxes, we can't buy a half a box. So this brings us to 298 what? Boxes. And indeed, because I say verify all, you're showing all calculations. State whether his statement is valid. I believe his statement is what? It's valid. Why is it valid? It says more than 100 boxes. Indeed, these are 298 boxes. So let's see. Wait. Let's resume. Let's look at this critically. The area that you get here, what could it be? Let's say we are saying, I'm just checking and see 1,342 times, what's our radius? 3,5. Open brackets, 3,5. I'm going back a little bit. 2 times 1. What answer do I? Oh man, I have the answer as 60,448. Yo, this is the area to be covered. So we are using a wrong area here, but it's fine. Let's see. We only need to change the area here. So this one becomes 0, comma. So when you divide that, that means the number of tiles is going to change a little bit. The number of tiles is going to change a little bit, but wait a little bit now. We are saying, so this has become this much. So when we divide 60,48 divided by 1,6 divided by 0,04, we have 1,000. 1,512. These are the tiles that are needed. You understand? The tiles are needed. Now, increase them by 10. We said we multiply by 1,1. The answer became 1,600, 2. But you can't buy a half a tile. So it was supposed to be 1,604 divided by 16. 1164 divided by 16. We have the final answer as 104. These are the number of boxes. Indeed, the answer is still valid. We had made a mistake around here. Substitution, but it's fine. Let's see how it was marked. How do you mark, or how do you get the marks like this from this question here? Number 1. Did you use a formula? Yes, did you substitute in? Substitution. Because if the formula is already given to you, what next? What's not done for you? The substitution. So you get a mark for that. Number 2, did you get the right answer after substitution? You get a mark. Number 3, you look at that. Converting the 20 centimeters, remember? We change them to meters. Why to meters? Because the area we are dealing with is in meter. You converting, you get a mark. To get the right answer after the area, you get a. These are already 4 marks. So, number of tiles. Area to be covered divided by the area of only one tile. You see that? You see? That's what we did. Came down here, we got the answer as this much. So when we come down there, okay, for them they used this, which is not bad. But some people, you see, this is what we did. This is what we did. Okay? So some people might end up having this much, and you also be right. Okay. By the way, also the questions I had done before, whereby I got a wrong answer here, I would get the substitution part of it. I would make this one, I will get it wrong, but the rest of the marks I would get them right because I have used the area that I have carried upon. That's why we have what we call what? CA. All right. Yeah, this is another method, this other side. But I believe you see how the 11 marks are good. 1 per step. So please do not give answers only. Should you come up with 11 marks and you say it's valid without the working, you get your 1 mark for the validation, and that one will also depend if you've done some working. All right? Not just guessing. I believe this will help you. Then look at that. This was another working also. They all start with substitute. This one is another working, which could be working 3. This is working 4. But I'm just showing you how it is marked. This is working 1, and this is working 2. But they all, they look at substitution. Then they're talking of the SA standing for surface area, not South Africa. Surface area. Did you get it? Did you convert? Did you get the, you see that? It's all standard. What method have you used? It doesn't matter. But you get the answer. Because you see they're all ending up with the same answer, though different methods. You see? So don't just jump to conclusion without calculations. Hopefully this will help you. Hopefully this will help you. I call it done. Ciao.